Hello, everyone. Welcome into the final edition of the Sunday edition of the Greater Houston Area Ranking Scoreboard, Week 11 this week, wrapping up the regular season. We'll do our final rankings tomorrow on txhsfb.net. That'll wrap it up for the rankings and for this scoreboard show. We will be doing some sort of a weekly show on certain days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday be the goal, but there'll be some days we don't do that moving forward. But before we do that, let's get into how week 11 of the season finished for the Greater Houston area teams. Yesterday's games, Cy-Fair takes down Houston Memorial 45-21. Houston Lamar takes down Houston Bel Air 63-0. Galveston Ball takes down Houston Wisdom 58-0. And then in the non-UL 11-man action, these were the SBC Championships games. The number 2 John Cooper Dragons are your 3A SBC champions with a 63-31 win over Fort Worth Trinity Valley. And the number 4 Houston Kincaid Falcons are your SPC 4A champions with a 17-6 win over number 3 Bel Air Episcopal. Two very different games, wide open offense in the 3A game with John Cooper setting a school record for points scored in a game at the 63. And then with Houston Kincaid was up 14-6 with just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter, had the ball at their own 10-yard line, and went on a nearly 16-minute drive that went over 80 yards and didn't result in a touchdown, resulted in a field goal. That's all right. They took nearly 16 minutes off the clock, drove over 80 yards, wound up with a field goal, but that put them up 11 with under 2 minutes to play, and just an incredible drive by Kincaid to wrap up their season and secure the championship. So overall, here's the way 6A went this week. You can see 1 through 13, all winners are off. Number 14 Summer Creek was a loser to number 5 Atascocita in a very close game, so don't look for a lot of movement there. Number 16 Jersey Village drops to number 13 Stratford. Number 19 Cy Ranch takes a unexpected stunning loss to Cy Falls. So keep an eye on Jersey Village and Cy Ranch, see if maybe they fall a little bit in the final rankings. 20 through 25, though, where winners were open, so don't look for a lot of movement in the bottom or the top, just kind of there in the middle. In 5A action, 1 through 7 were winners. Number 8 lost to number 6. Number 10 lost to number 1. Number 11 lost to number 3. And number 14 lost to number 2. So probably don't look for a change in who's in the top 15. Do look for some movement here in this 8 to 14 area. In 3A action, 1 through 3 were winners. Number 4, Jasper lost to number 2, Silsby's by only 3 points, so don't look for much of a change there. 5 through 9 for winners, and then number 10, Stafford takes a loss to unranked Bay City. So over the course of the day, I'm going to be looking at that, looking at the other teams in our 4A area and see if there is a team that's worthy of being number 10. Not a guarantee that Stafford will fall out of the rankings, but a possibility. 3A action. 1 and 2 won. Number 3, Hallettsville, with an absolutely stunning loss to unranked Yoakum, 21-34. Hitchcock was open. Anahuac and Hydehaven were winners. Look for some movement here. Hallettsville will be falling down some. We'll see exactly how that shakes out. Then number 7, East Chambers lost to number 2. Number 8, Van Vleck lost to number 6. And number 10, Brazos lost to number 9, Bowling. Don't look for a change in who's in the top 10, but do look for some rearrangement of the teams. Then for our non-UAL 11-man rankings, number 1, St. Thomas took a loss on the road on Thursday to Antonian Prep, by 3. Number 2, John Cooper won the SPC 3A championship game. So keep a look here. Is that enough for John Cooper to wind up at number 1? Check in tomorrow. Then number 4, Kincaid took down Houston Bel Air. Obviously, we're looking for at least a flop there amongst those two teams. Number 5 to number 8 were winners. Number 9, the Woodlands Christian dropped to number 7, Second Baptist. Number 10, Bay Area Christian dropped to number 6, Cypress Christian. So let's look and see if that's enough to drop either of those out of the rankings. Could well be that since they lost 2 teams above them, that they'll stay where they are. And then in our 6-man Super 6, we number 1 and number 2 are winners. Number 3 is a loser to number 1. Number 4 is a winner. Houston Texas Christian was open, and Fort Bend Chargers were winners. Don't look for a lot of changes going on in that area of the scoreboard of the rankings. And that's going to wrap it up for this edition. Rankings will be revealed tomorrow on txhsfb.net. We'll not be doing a major reveal like I've done in other weeks on Twitter on txhsfb. We'll be concentrating on playoff content for the UI on Tap teams. So be sure to keep an eye on Twitter, txhsfb, and an eye on the website, txhsfb.net, as the postseason content rolls out.